field. And Malachek touches in a time of 52.92, a new high school national record. Back to back to back to back state champions. NET Sports, Nebraska's home for championship sports, is live from Morrison Stadium in Omaha, Nebraska for the 2016 NSAA Boys Soccer Championships. And we kick off this evening in Class B, a terrific showdown as Elkhorn South looks for an unbeaten season taking on Columbus Scotus. And hello again, everyone. I'm Larry Putney along with Omaha Benson coach Scott Allison. Good to have you with us tonight. Terrific night for soccer here at Morrison Stadium. And one of these teams is going to make history. Elkhorn South going after that school's first ever state championship. Columbus Scotus looking to become the first ever boys team to win 3 straight state championships. On paper, Scott, looks like an even matchup.
Yeah, I agree. Elkhorn South is undefeated. Columbus Scotus has 3 losses, but they were all in either overtime or shootouts. So I think it could go either way.
Should be a good one in Class B. It's Elkhorn South taking on Columbus Scotus. The winner makes history. Should be a great one back here on NET Sports.
No matter how you look at it, animal agriculture helps Nebraska's economy. The livestock industry provides increased tax revenues for schools and community services. Livestock enterprises also create jobs while contributing to existing businesses such as local banks and grocery stores. A thriving livestock industry helps maintain our current way of life, but also provides opportunities for the next generation of farm families. The Nebraska Soybean Checkoff helps to raise awareness of the importance of animal agriculture to Nebraska.
I had 29 students in my class.
We've been together since kindergarten.
High school, 4 years of growing up.
Growing together. Senior year.
I am done with school.
I'm invincible.
They don't understand me.
Forget about it. Let's have fun.
I had 29 students in my class.
Programming on NET television is made possible in part by U.S. Bank. U.S. Bank knows the importance of giving back. That's why we're committed to support charitable, educational, and service organizations in communities across Nebraska and the nation. Last year, U.S. Bank employees provided more than 3,000 hours of community service in Nebraska, and we're dedicated to continuing that support. U.S. Bank, serving you in Nebraska. Member FDIC.
We buy smartphones. We buy clothes. We buy game consoles and TVs, tickets to movies, concerts, and sporting events. It's kind of funny. We buy all these things to make us happy, when really all we need is each other. A place where we can all connect and get away for a while. Wouldn't that be nice?
Watch NET Sports coverage of the 2016 NSAA Boys High School Soccer Championships on your smartphone or tablet. Take NET Sports on the go, anytime, anywhere. Just search for NET Nebraska in the App Store or download it free at netnebraska.org/apps. Welcome back to Morrison Stadium. I'm Kelly Conley. Minutes away for the boys Class B state championship game. Now the scene is set. We have the defending, reigning state champs Columbus Scotus taking on an undefeated Elkhorn South. Now we know Columbus Shamrocks have a secret weapon in their back line. Their goalkeeper, Evan Shohan, has a record NCAA high, a career of 31 shutouts. So it's going to take a lot for them to get the ball in the back of the net on the Shamrocks. So let's take a look at team comparisons. When we look at the numbers, Elkhorn South scores a lot of goals per game, 6 goals. And then if we look on the defensive side, Columbus only averages goals against 0.4 goals. That's not very many goals, whereas Elkhorn South has conceded more goals. So let's get into some player introductions, and we're going to head over to our PA announcer, Chad Price.
And now for the introduction of the players and coaches with the visiting team, the Columbus Scotus Shamrocks. Number 00, Tyler Brandenburg. 0, Evan Shohan. 1, Mason Brandenburg. 2, Marcus Dodson. 3, Calum Ostek. 4, Nathan Ostek. 5, Tanner Spenceri. 7, Anthony Cush. 8, Matthew Hoink. 9, Cole Harrington. 10, Jacob Boss. 11, Bailey Pelster. 12, Brady Miller. 14, Alec Foltz. 16, River Liebig. 18, Chase Newman. 19, Duncan Pachaza. 20, Adrian Gonzalez Medina. 21, Carson Hodavi. 22, Will Sonderman. 25, Jackson Kumpf. And number 26, Zachary Bierman. The Shamrocks under the leadership of head coach John Brzezinski, assisted by Jeff Cush, Jordan Ersick, Edson Areno, Jorge Lopez, Arturo Lopez, and Ian Ostek. And now for the home team, the Elkhorn South Storm. Number 1, Camden Stewart. Number 2, Ryan Schmidt. Number 3, Cade Pilkington. Number 4, Christian Keller. Number 5, Cade Miller. Number 6, Kyle Dorr. Number 7, Jack Crumley. Number 8, Marcus Case. Number 9, Eric Sandness. Number 10, Brett Graver. Number 11, Ryan Snyder. Number 12, Hunter Albers. Number 13, Varun Sharma. Number 15, Yo-Yo Ganam. Number 16, Joey Sweetwood. Number 17, Johnny Strevy. Number 18, Greg Cross. Number 19, Zach Woosley. Number 20, Bay Ako. Number 21, Jack Sindelar. Number 22, Mason Ortmeyer. And number 23, TJ Andreessen. The Storm is under the leadership of head coach Adam Huey, assisted by Dan Fellman, Connor Elliott, John Shad, Garrett Sass, and Prince Artie. Your officials for tonight's game, Matthew Seam, Mark Remza, Dustin Gear, and Jeff Barton. At this time, we ask that you please rise and remove your caps for the singing of the national anthem. Tonight's anthem will be sung by Ms. Haley Sofel, a junior from Howells Dodge High School.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proud last stop through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Two-time defending champ Columbus Scotus, the Shamrocks, coming in at 16-3 overall. Elkhorn Storm 18-0. Should be a good one. And Columbus Scotus, of course, on their team has number 10, Jake Boss. He's a senior midfielder, has 17 goals on the season, 11 assists. There's a look at Jake Boss. He had a goal in the semifinal win over Columbus. He's a two-time All-State, two-time All-Nebraska soccer player. But guess what? He plays football as well. In fact, he was an All-State linebacker, All-State running back, and in the state championship, he knocked home this 52-yard field goal. So Jake Boss has a leg, can play a little football. He's going to walk on at Nebraska next year. And he is a good-looking player on the pitch as well. 5'11", about 200. You don't see many of those, do you, Scott?
No, you do not.
And there he is, the 53-yarder in the C1 state title game. And he'll be a key factor here tonight in what we expect to be a very physical game between two big physical teams. terrific night for soccer. In fact, when I came in here to the stadium tonight, one of our crew guys said, hey, what a difference 24 hours make. He said I could use that line, so I'm going to go ahead and use it. Last night it was 53 degrees. We had winds at about 15 miles an hour, mostly cloudy skies, and tonight was 68, 45% humidity. Just a terrific night for soccer here at Morrison Stadium. So should be a good one as second-ranked Columbus Scotus gets set to take on Elkhorn South, the Storm, at 18-0. There's a look at the goalie for the Storm, Camden Stewart. Stewart with 14 starts on the year, 4 goals against. He's had a terrific year in goal for the Storm as they are undefeated. There's his numbers, 10 saves, 4 goals allowed, 14 games in goal for Cam Stewart. For the Shamrocks, another terrific goalie in Evan Shohan. Shohan has a goals against of just .3, 71 saves on the year. And you might have heard Kelly mention earlier a Class B record, NSAA Class B record, 31 career shutouts. 9 consecutive shutouts this year. That ties the Class B record. Former Greg Belt, who also was a goalie for Scotus back in 2001. So you've watched these two teams play here at State throughout the week. What has impressed you with both of these? What kind of matchup do you expect here, Scott?
Yeah, well, I think we can start with the Scotus first. They're big. They're a big physical team, very talented, top to bottom. I think this is going to be a very physical game. Elkhorn South, you know, just coming into the game, looking at their record and their strength of schedule, you know, sad to say, I wasn't expecting much, and boy, was I wrong. They are one of the most talented teams I have seen. This is going to be a fantastic game.
Elkhorn in the white. It will be Columbus Scotus in the dark uniforms. Scotus, as we said, 2-time defending champs. There has not been a boys team in Class A or B win 3 consecutive. It's happened 2 in a row several times. In fact, Creighton Prep, which plays later tonight in Class A, has won 2 in a row 3 different times. Scotus has won 2 in a row, of course, last year and this year. Blair, Lincoln East, Scott have all done it previously, winning 2 in a row. No team has made it 3 straight.
Yeah, Larry, as we get going, I think we should keep an eye on number 12, the forward for Elkhorn South, Albers. He's a very intelligent forward. He makes a lot of really good runs. He covers a lot of area on the field, so he's kind of a nightmare for a back line because he just does not stop moving.
Handling, handball called. Early on here in the Class B state championship, again, Scotus in the dark uniforms. It's the Storm of Elkhorn South in the white. Little flick there.
Yeah, Elkhorn South is going to be really comfortable with having the majority of the possession. Whereas Columbus Scotus, when they win the ball back, I think they're going to typically try to look long.
Taken away, good opportunity here early. Shamrocks, that's Alex Foltz, and Foltz wanted a penalty. No foul called. Alex Foltz with 14 assists, 13 goals on the year. And just a great job hustling back by Kyle Dorr of the Storm. Took a chance there early on in the box. Got a touch on the ball. There's Alec Foltz, the senior forward. Had a goal in that semifinal win over Columbus. He's an All-Nebraska selection. You mentioned it off the top. Scotus at 16-3. The Storm undefeated, but really you look at those 3 losses for the Shamrocks, and they played some terrific competition. They had kind of a bad Saturday in the middle of the schedule. They lost back-to-back games to Pius 10th in overtime, lost to Scott in overtime. Really 2 games that they had dominated previously.
Yeah, then that does happen sometimes in the middle of the year. It's definitely not uncommon. For as short as the high school season is, there are a lot of games packed in there. So you have to deal with fatigue and injuries and maybe a mental lapse in there. But look at the last week of the season. Columbus Scotus took down Central and West Side, both state qualifiers on the in Class A. Both teams that I've coached against at Benson, and very talented teams. So Columbus Scotus can definitely play.
Central is state qualifier here this year.
Yeah, they lost to Prep in the quarterfinals in a really even match. It took Prep into the second overtime before they got a goal in, and then by that time Central was just really kind of tired out. We're seeing a little bit of jitters from Elkhorn South. They're usually very comfortable in possession. They want to get a lot of nice quick passing done. They think they're letting the emotions of the night kind of take over, but I think they will settle down here very shortly.
Another opportunity to cross and kicked away. Nice job defensively. Could lead to something here for the Storm as they slow it up to gain possession. Try to put a few touches in a row. Squeeze through there. Nice job. We're Scotus getting back. Clear it out of there. Throw in here. Head coach John Brzezinski for the Scotus Shamrocks in his 11th season. There's John, 127-70 overall, senior captain of the '98 Scotus team. So back coaching his alma mater. Actually played on the '97 team as well that won a state championship. You played soccer at Briar Cliff, Scott, somewhere you're familiar with there in Sioux City, Iowa.
Yeah, I had a 5-minute career at Briar Cliff. I tore my ACL during the first practice of summer, so that was a great career I had.
So you and John Brzezinski became good friends.
He might have helped me off the ground. I'm not sure. It was 20 years ago. I think I've blocked that memory out.
Elkhorn South still looking to connect some passes here. You mentioned it, jitters. That can be a factor here early on in a state championship.
Yeah, it certainly can. A lot is on the line for both of these teams. They are both set to make history. That's a heavy weight on your shoulders.
Chance here. Here's Foltz again. Foltz just tipped away by Cam Stewart.
And that scoring opportunity, Larry, was an example of Columbus Scotus' size. Their size pressuring the midfield.
Great job by Stewart. Even from that angle, you can see that was going to tuck right inside the post.
It's good awareness from the keeper to know exactly where he is.
So on the corner now for Scotus, fired in, tipped away. Elkhorn South. How about pace here early? Anything surprise you?
Probably more than anything, the fact that there are those jitters that I mentioned. Elkhorn South, here's an example. They can play some really pretty attacking football, and that's, well, they slowed it down a little bit there, but. One thing we haven't seen yet from Elkhorn South that we will see is their outside backs will attack. They use them as wing backs, which is another dimension of attack that can be a lot for a team to handle defensively. Good job of shielding that ball. Hopefully it didn't go out of bounds. And the officials during the state tournament have got a little bit of attention with the West Side South game, and I can tell you that the crew tonight, I've been officiated by them as a player, as an adult player, and also at Benson. This is a really good team. The center official is a fantastic ref.
Been chased down there by Scotus. Spincheri goes after it. There's a look at Jackson Sindelar. I think we misidentified him earlier. Jackson Sindelar in goal for the Elkhorn South Storm. So we apologize for that, Jackson. It's a nice save by Jackson Sindelar. We'll say that again. How's that? Earlier.
It's a good example of that midfield play. They're very, very comfortable on the ball.
Up the right wing, fired in. Right there is Evan Shohan. Good size on Shohan, terrific goalie. As we said, just a .3 goals against average. 71 saves on the year. Also speaks to what a great job his defense is doing as well. Foul called there. Actually, maybe slowed the play of the Storm.
Yeah, you kind of, in that situation, you kind of wonder why he didn't go with the possession.
There's the head coach, Adam Huey, for the Storm. 18-0 this season for Elkhorn South. There has not been an unbeaten champion in the state of Nebraska since 2003. Back in 2003, and on the boys' side, offside's called. Offside called.
Yeah, Larry, that stat, it doesn't surprise me. Nebraska soccer, top to bottom, is very, very competitive, and a lot of the Class B schools play Class A schools. They go to tournaments, so the level of competition in the state is really, really good, top to bottom.
13 years ago, it was Columbus Scotus that went undefeated, 19-0, won a state title. Back in 03, there has not been another boys team since go undefeated and win a title.
Yeah, which is that much more remarkable with how good programs like Prep have been, you know, constantly. That hasn't happened. There's an example of that wingback coming in on the attack. Using the wingback is something that's it's really dangerous on the offensive end, but if you get countered, it can open you up. So that is something that maybe they're a little cautious of, knowing that Columbus Scotus can score some goals.
Controlled there by Christian Keller. Sent in, tried to get the head on it, could not. Marcus Dodson in there clogging things up for the Shamrocks. Really nowhere for Keller to go. You like this instant flip of the field on the long kick from the goalie? Occasionally.
I think it suits the way that Columbus Scotus plays. I think Columbus Scotus just wants to put the foot down and go to goal. A team like Elkhorn South, a team like South that we're going to see later tonight, I think they are better when they possess, when they can pass. But for Elkhorn South, I think it definitely fits into their strengths. They're just such a big, strong, attack-minded team. Again, that midfield play, they're just very confident on the ball. Scotus isn't really pressuring them. I'm surprised at that. I think they're going to have success if they pressure as a team on that midfield. They definitely like to handle the ball. So.
So a very tempered start here for both of these teams in this Class B state championship. Nearly 15 minutes in.
Yeah, I think it's like some prize fights. They're kind of just feeling each other out. They don't really want to make that big haymaker punch just yet.
Controlled there by Sandnes. Sandnes, the junior, has had a terrific state tournament, a couple of goals already. He's had a terrific year. As that's a nice touch there by Elkhorn. Elkhorn sends it in, and no foul called there.
He's going to feel a little hard done by there. Miller, he's...
Another chance here for the Storm. Elkhorn will give chase. Cleared out of there by Brandenburg, the senior defender. And here comes Scotus. Scotus with an opportunity. Ahead, Foltz. And control, corner kick upcoming.
That was a really good run by the forward and a really good ball through. Just the right amount of pace put on it for him to run onto it.
There's Alec Foltz.
Yeah, unfortunately that ball was just sent a little bit away from goal.
So the corner now from Cole Harrington. Harrington, a senior. Corners it in, tipped out of there by Sindelar.
Fantastic look from the keeper there, came out really strong.
And Sindelar back on it again.
On those corner kicks, you kind of just want to see your keeper play just like that, come out with a really strong punch. Don't really try to catch it if you're at all uncertain. Just a good strong punch.
Quick throw in ahead.
Like a handball there.
Under control here, Sandnes again. Back to Sandnes now. Touch to the outside. It's Braden Miller giving chase over there in the corner. Miller crosses it, but right to Evan Shohan.
Miller he's a really deceptive player. He's really quick on the ball, which the way jogs around, you don't think he's going to be as lethal as he is with the ball at his feet. But as soon as it gets there, watch out. He can take you one-on-one and he'll go straight to goal.
This is a Scotus team that is very familiar with one another. They all grew up playing club soccer in Columbus. Many of these boys, in fact, 8 of them have been playing together since they were in 2nd grade. They were coached by Bill Boss, Jake's father, and also Mike Ostick, who is the father of both Caleb and Nathan.
That's such an advantage there. When you can grow up playing with a group of friends, and you have a good relationship off the field. You just have that unspoken communication on the field. It's really can be a powerful weapon there. And obviously it has been. They're going for their 3rd straight championship.
Jake Boss will tell you when they were young they weren't that good. traveled a lot, played in tournaments, and just got beat up and bloodied quite a bit. Said it wasn't until they were about in 6th grade that that light bulb finally turned on and the communication clicked in, and kind of that unspoken communication you talked about, the familiarity with playing with each other really began to click. We're out ahead here, opportunity. Trying to get a good foot on it, but couldn't quite get enough, was a core.
Yeah, Larry, so far I really like the way that this game is being called. It's going to be a physical game, and if he decided to call every little thing, there would be just stoppage of play after stoppage of play. There would be less rhythm to the game than there already is.
Tough ball there for the keeper to hand her, but Jackson Sindelar goes up and gets it. It's a tough one to read, kind of that in-between ball.
Yeah, it definitely is, and the way it bounces on this turf, although all these kids should be used to turf. It seems like that's all that you play on these days, but turf can sometimes take a funny bounce. Really good movement there. A little quick give and go.
Hunter Albers with it. And a corner kick upcoming for the Storm. It'll be the first corner kick for Elkhorn South. Here nearly halfway through this first half of play in the Class B State Championship between Scotus and Elkhorn South.
So they've got an option for a short corner here. Doesn't surprise me, a team like South that likes to have possession, that they would do that.
Sandez fires that in, misconnects.
So sometimes you will see a team do a short corner like that just to get a little bit better angle to get that cross in.
Hunter Albers was in there trying to get the head on it, as well as Akor. Bay Akor for the Storm.
Yeah, you'd like to see Scotus. There's a little bit more pressure there.
Touch there by Ostick. That's sent ahead.
That's a good ball there.
Here's Miller. Miller with it. Tries to cross. Nice job defensively and cleared out of there.
Yeah, you saw what Miller was doing there. He was taking it to the end line and was going to send it into the 6. This is exactly what you'd want to do. He's a good, smart player.
Kicked away from the core. Nice job. We're seeing some terrific defense here early on from the Shamrocks. Good touches, good one-on-one wins on ball.
Yeah, we certainly are. Their goals against is pretty impressive. They're a very stingy defense, and I think we're seeing why. Sometimes, you know, a keeper's fantastic record has to do with the back line right in front of it.
Right. Anthony Cush carrying it up, then kicked away from Cush.
They're letting them play. It's going to make it fun to watch. Ref, yeah, that's a good call there. Want to let him play to a certain extent. Is, you know, you can definitely lose control of a game that way, but he's a good ref. He's going to be wary of that.
So here's Cole Harrington to take the kick. Third foul on Elkhorn South called there. Columbus Scotus has been called for 2. Fired in and headed out. Sometimes coming out of those corner kicks, you can get a nice run.
Yeah, you can definitely counter off a corner when they've got, you know, 10 down there in the box, or 9, excuse me.
Opportunity here for Ostick. Ostick takes it in, fires. Sindelar's there.
He had a nice open look to goal. No one really stepped to him.
Ostick with 13 goals on the year, 6 assists.
Yeah, if there's anything that's surprising 23 minutes in is that there's not a goal on the scoreboard just yet.
Shamrocks with 5 shots on goal to 3 for the Storm. Miller on it for Elkhorn South, taken away by Boss. Push called there on Boss. A little spirited out there. Hunter Albert's not afraid to give a good clap there. Yeah. He's going to walk on and play football next year is Jake Boss. Big kid, very physical. Streety sends that in, headed out.
All right, Columbus Scotus is a little slow to push out that defense. Sometimes often when you see that ball cleared past half line, you want that back four to get pushed up quick, so the forwards have to move up with them. But they kind of are letting them hang back a little. That's a good switch of play there. A couple passes. They moved it from one side of the field to the other. You saw there the way the Miller just sort of bounced off of him. He's a big boy. I can tell you at Benson, I would certainly love to have a player of that size. That'd be fantastic.
So we've got a timeout here at Morrison Stadium. Class B state championship game. Scotus and Elkhorn South are scoreless.
Hi, I'm Kevin Kugler with NET Sports. It's been my fortune to travel the world broadcasting sports of all kinds on radio and television, from the NFL to the Olympics to the College World Series in Omaha. NET Sports is where I got my start, and I'm proud to still work with Nebraska's public television network. There's no group of broadcasters more dedicated or hardworking than the production crew right here at NET. You play a part in the success of NET Sports too, so I'd like to invite you to join the NET Sports Partners Club. With your support, NET brings you hundreds of hours of sports action each year. NET is our home for Big Red Wrap-Up, high school championships, Nebraska volleyball, and more.
Back by Lynch.
Help keep NET as Nebraska's home for sports. Sports partners like you make it happen. Log on to netnebraska.org and learn more about the benefits of joining, like tailgate parties and meet and greet events. Take pride in knowing your support puts the action in NET Sports. Thank you.
Coverage of the 2016 NSAA Boys High School Soccer Championships on NET is made possible in part by the Nebraska Soybean Board, Education Quest, Nebraska Tourism Commission, Nebraska Public Power District, and U.S. Bank. A big thank you to all of our sponsors who help us bring you the best high school athletes from across the state. We could not do it without your support. Welcome back to Morrison Stadium in Omaha, Nebraska. No score here between Scotus and Elkhorn South. Let's go down to Kelly Connolly.
Guys, I'm hanging out with Christy Brzezinski, who is the wife of head coach John Brzezinski of the Shamrocks. She's also the head coach of the girls team. So tell me, what is it like springtime? Both of you guys are head soccer coaches. It's got to be crazy.
It is more than crazy. It is awesomely crazy. Really busy. So.
And they do it all. They have 4 beautiful girls who I'm sure you guys are breeding to be the future Mia Hams.
Yes. A couple of them like soccer, but the other one, not so much.
Okay. Well, and now you guys, you brought your family. We're in the stands. It seems like Scotus brought a good crowd. What are the emotions when you're watching your husband in these higher pressure situations? How do you handle it?
I'm just as nervous as he is. You know, I'm nervous for the boys, but I'm nervous for him also.
All right, thanks, Kirsty. We'll let you get back to the game. Best of luck. Guys, back to you.
All right, thanks very much, Kelly. A husband and wife coaching combination. Scott, you also coach with your wife at Benson. That's you don't see much of each other in the spring, do you?
We see a lot of each other. We see a lot of each. We've been doing this together for 3 years, and I feel like we're getting better and better at it. At least she and I, as a relationship, coaching together. That success will translate on the field. I'm sure of it.
Brzezinski, of course, as we said earlier, played for Scotus back in the late 90s, won a state championship in 97, was a captain of that 98 team. Now back here looking for third consecutive state title for the Shamrocks. And you heard Kelly mention the crowd. Scotus crowds are legendary in the state of Nebraska. That community supports its athletics as well as any other small community around the state of Nebraska. There was a tailgate out here just south of the stadium before with the Shamrock crowd all decked in green, and the grills were out. Stopped by and had a couple hot dogs and said hello.
It's really nice to have that sort of parent and student involvement in the program. It really helps, and it definitely means a lot to these kids.
Jonathan Strevey there. Foul called on Strevey.
Keeper's coming out to send this one down to the box.
It will be Evan Shohan. Fire this in. Could be a quick counter here for the Elkhorn Storm.
Kind of would like to see him put that up.
Kicked away from a core. Brandenburg's done a nice job back there for the Shamrocks.
Yeah, had that counter been on Columbus Scotus, I think Jake Boss would have put that up from 53 yards out.
Right. Probably would have been right between the goalposts. It's a little different in soccer, though. There's somebody there to stop him.
That does make it more difficult, doesn't it? In theory.
Right. Throw in there from Ryan Snyder. Storm now the other way. Sent up by Christian Keller. Keller giving chase, back on it now. Albers had it for, here's a core with it. Two defenders on him. And they take it away. Jackson Kump. Now Scotus the other way, sit ahead. Giving chase is Foltz, and it'll be a throw in.
Yeah, you know,
for the
Larry,
Storm.
I'm surprised we haven't seen more subbing yet. Since the game really hasn't had a rhythm. As a coach, sometimes you want to put someone in to try to spark something, and we really haven't seen that yet. But then again, for both of these teams to be at 0, that's a pretty big accomplishment for a coach to keep the other team scoreless.
Cushion Foltz trying to work that tandem there, but broken up. Nice job by Ryan Snyder again, the senior defender. Now Boss will come up, get in the action, sends it. They like to work that right side. Scotus. Good try there by Foltz to send it in, just past Cush.
I think he was expecting a run that didn't quite happen.
Every time McCord gets a touch, they are hassling him as soon as that ball comes to him.
They certainly are. In the semis, you saw if you give him any space at all, he is gonna get going on you.
There you saw right away. Bayacor had the touch, and on him right away was Brandenburg.
Yeah.
Nice job and nifty keep there. That could have been dangerous, but Dodson handles it and gets it out. Here's Boss the other way, running up the side. Looked like he had Kush there up the right side. Fired on. Sindelar there.
So that was the 6th shot of the game, but none have really been any bit of bother for the keeper. Been all pretty tame attempts thus far.
So here come those subs you were talking about. Just in time. Cole Harrington into the game.
Yeah, we'll see if this can spark something. Sometimes just a little bit of different energy, a little different style of player can make a huge impact on a game.
Brandenburg sends that back in. Ryan Schmidt fired that out of there. Now here's Jackson Kump. Core with it.
Yeah, they played that out off the back line. Pretty impressive. Three passes and they were up.
And Kump, who'd recovered, back to sends that out. Let's go back down to Kelly.
Thanks, guys. As I'm watching the first 30 minutes of this game, it's definitely bringing back some memories where I spent my time as a Creighton Blue Jay from 2008 to 2012. Definitely shed some blood, sweat, and tears on this field, but it's good to see that both teams are finally getting out of some hesitation and taking more risks, and it's nice to see Elkhorn South. You can really, they're pushing up their backs and getting into the attack, and that's a lot of their goals were scored, getting them forward and getting numbers ahead. And the same for Columbus. They're a very direct team and they're attacking right up the middle, and that's a lot of what John talked about is some of their best soccer has come in the last 2 weeks in that final third. Guys.
Thanks, Kelly. Albers is on it right there. Albers and taken away by Pelster. Pelster sends it through for Scotus. Now here's Spincheri ahead. Foltz with it. Foltz with an opportunity. Looks to cross. Here's Foltz looking for the left foot. Foltz still with it. Just over the crossbar. Alec Foltz, nice dribble, kept looking for his shot. And just a bit high from the senior.
All right, so really a nice run down the outside. You think he's going to go to the end line and send it to the 6th, but he sets it up for the left, and it just isn't there, and then he pulls the trigger. Keeps that one on the ground, just sends it to a corner. Maybe they're up 1-0. Easier said than done, though. That's a lot of pressure to have on his back there.
At the 7th shot on goal for the Shamrocks. 2-3 for the Storm. And here the Storm on attack.
This game's starting to open up a little bit more. This is exactly what I was hoping for.
Albers with it, back to Strevey. Now Strevey with a throw-in. Giving chase there is Sandnes. Sandnes can be dangerous. to Strevey. Headed out of there.
Counter here, they don't really have numbers. 4-on-2 is going to hold it back, wait for Moore to join the attack. But Columbus is a little slow to jump up there. I think they're happy with this 0-0 going into half, maybe.
Inside 5 minutes to go in the first half of play. First 40 minutes, no score between the Storm and the Shamrocks. Along with Scott Allison, Kelly Connolly, I'm Larry Putney. Good to have you with us here tonight on NET from Morrison Stadium in Omaha. The first of 2 state championship games tonight here on NET. This in Class B. As you saw that go over the crossbar on the throw-in.
Yeah, the flip throw-in is sort of making a renaissance these days. It feels like it went away for a good decade or two, and now it's coming back. I've seen it a few times this year. It's definitely a good weapon to have. That's an
opportunity.
Ball in. Oh,
just wide. Had a couple of good opportunities, has Alec Foltz. One more look.
Again, really good ball in. That's going to be, you know, I think he's gonna want that back. He's gonna want that back. He's gonna need to get his hips around that ball a little bit more and get that set on goal. He had good power, but just the hips were opened up a bit too much.
Foltz probably just loves to be able to play in this game. Last year when Scotus won its 2nd consecutive state title, Foltz did not play in that game because he had a red card in the semifinal, so he missed the finals last year.
Yeah, I can't imagine that would be heartbreaking.
We're going to see that later this evening as well for the Packers. Omaha South. It's Isaac Cruz is out for the championship game after he was hit with 2 yellows. That's going to be a loss for the Packers tonight.
Yeah, it certainly will be. He's a dangerous player. He's very fun to watch.
So up there to take the kick, here's Evan Shohan.
That's a much better ball in. Not a lot of movement to the ball in the air for Columbus Scotus. From what I've seen in previous games, it really does feel like both teams are playing at around 90% or so. I think the break hopefully will change that, but maybe they're just being a little cautious. But both of these teams are capable of really good soccer.
Here's Boss with it. Maybe one last opportunity for Scotus here. Great effort there. Get a foot on it by Foltz. Core.
This time it's Elkhorn South. That's a little slow to get numbers up. I don't know if each team is worried about the other team's counter, or maybe playing a lot of defense for 40 minutes. They're starting to show some signs of fatigue.
Here's Boss with it. He's looking for Foltz up that right side, but we'll send it into the middle. And knocked out of there as we are now inside 1 minute to go here in this first half of play. Foltz again. Check that. That's Ostick. Not a Foltz. Brandenburg headed out of there.
Forwards for Columbus Scotus are a little stationary. You'd kind of like to see a little bit more movement before that ball gets sent in.
So let's see if the Storm can get one more good opportunity here with 15 seconds to go. Maybe not.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5,
So time going to run out here in half number 1, and no score in this Class B state championship game between the Shamrocks and the Storm. Elkhorn South 18-0 on the year, looking to complete an unbeaten season and become the first team in Nebraska to do that since 2003. Shamrocks at 16-3 coming in. They're looking for their 3rd straight state title. Both of these teams play to a draw after the first 40 minutes.
Nebraska School Activities Association would like to thank our corporate partners, Ortho West Orthopedic and Sports Medicine in Nebraska Orthopedic Hospital, for teaming up to provide the support for medical coverage of all NSAA state championships in Omaha.
Waiting now for head coach John Brzezinski. Let's go down to Kelly.
Thanks, guys. Coach, scoreless at half. Things have seemed to settle. Alex Foltz has really ignited the offense. What's it going to take to net one in the back?
Well, we just got to find him a little bit more often. Our final pass just has to be a little bit harder. You know, early on we just missed hitting it, just under hitting it a little bit. We were a little bit short. Thought maybe the last 10 minutes or so we were starting to find that ball. Just got to keep attacking. We got to finish them, man. We had 2 really good chances. We just didn't finish them, so we got to do that.
You did. The momentum's going your guys' way. What adjustments will you make, if any, going into the second half?
Well, we just got to be a little bit tighter on their midfield. Their midfield's so talented. When they move that number 9 around, we just got to find him. We just got to be on the same page. Early on, I think we lost him a little bit. We made a little bit of adjustment. Just our communication was a little bit better, so we found him. I thought we tightened up a little bit better, so we got to do that more.
Okay, thanks, Coach.
All right, thanks.
Guys?
All right, thanks, Kelly, and thanks for Coach John Brzezinski for joining us right there before half. No score, Scotus and Elkhorn South.
No texting, turn it off. If driving isn't worth your full attention, what is? A safety reminder from your Nebraska Department of Roads.
Programming on NET television is made possible in part by U.S. Bank. U.S. Bank knows the importance of giving back. That's why we're committed to support charitable, educational, and service organizations in communities across Nebraska and the nation. Last year, U.S. Bank employees provided more than 3,000 hours of community service in Nebraska, and we're dedicated to continuing that support. U.S. Bank, serving you in Nebraska. Member FDIC.
Head trauma and concussion risk minimization is a priority of the NSAA. When in doubt, sit them out.
Some common symptoms of concussions are dizziness, confusion, and nausea.
The NSAA requires coaches in all sports to take a concussion course annually.
For more information regarding concussion management and return to play protocol, visit our website, nsaahome.org. When in doubt, sit them out.
Hey Mom, I need to talk to you about something. You took me on campus visits and helped me with college applications, but there's still something we haven't done yet. It's time to complete the FAFSA so I can get financial aid. I know you've been stressed out about this, but don't worry. Education Quest has tons of resources on their website to make the process really easy. You guys have been there for me every step of the way. Just returning the favor.
Get help with your FAFSA at educationquest.org.
Back at Morrison Stadium in Omaha, no score between Columbus Scotus and Elkhorn South at the halftime of the Class B state championship. Kelly Connolly is down with Dr. Jim Tinniper.
Thank you, guys. I am with Jim Tinniper, the NSAA Executive Director. We've got a beautiful night for a state championship game. This is such a busy time for you guys. You've got baseball, track, soccer. What is all the hard work that you guys are doing behind the scenes? Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, we've got a great staff that does a really nice job in preparing for all of our state championships, but we are right now in that spring mode where we've got baseball and soccer going on right now. Later this week, we've got girls tennis. We've got boys and girls track on Friday and Saturday of this week. And then next week, we'll have state boys golf. And so not only does our staff have a lot of work to do in the office and getting everything lined up and making sure that we've got everyone qualified for the tournaments or the meets, but we also spread out all across the state. We've got venues all over the state with for instance, golf is in 4 different sites. Obviously, Our baseball has been both in Omaha and in Lincoln, and track will be here in Omaha. Omaha does a great job with that. And then our girls tennis will be in both Lincoln and Omaha. And so we're hoping that Mother Nature cooperates. We've had to move around some of our baseball games already because of rain that we had yesterday. And I know that on Monday we had some of our golf teams had to play their districts in the rain, and so we're hoping that Mother Nature cooperates the rest of this week, and then on Tuesday and Wednesday of next week.
Yeah, hopefully we're not jinxed now that we mentioned it.
You're right.
Yeah, things are looking good. Now, Nebraska will be representing at the NFHS meeting in Reno coming up. Tell us a little bit about that, who people may not be familiar with it.
Well, the National Federation of State High School Associations is the parent organization, if you will, of the 51 state athletic and activities associations across the country. Every year in the summertime, the National Federation has a membership meeting, and we'll have a number of our staff and a number of our board members who will be attending that. And each year, the National Federation presents an award that's called the Spirit of Sport Award. The Spirit of Sport Award has been given now for 8 or 9 years. Nebraska will have an honoree this year. Ashley Carson from Ord High School, a young lady who was born with several birth defects, has had multiple surgeries, but she will be receiving the national award for the Spirit of Sport. That will be presented at the opening session of the National Federation summer meeting, and so we're really excited for her with that.
That's awesome. Well, thank you for sharing these details, Jim, and more exciting things to come. So we're going to go back up to Larry for more soccer coverage.
All right, thanks very much, Kelly. We are at halftime of the Class B State Championship. The Shamrocks and the Storm battling for that Class B title. We'll take a look at stats when we come back.
Whether it's spring planting, fall harvesting, or just a drive across the state, soy biodiesel helps a diesel-powered engine operate in a demanding job. Soybean oil from Nebraska soybeans makes biodiesel a renewable fuel that's also environmentally responsible. The soybean checkoff plays a major role in supporting the use and availability of biodiesel. The Nebraska Soybean Board, growing opportunity from the ground up.
You're going the other way? No, now you're doing it well. That's the way. That's how you want it. A little more. That's good, huh?
Participating in Nebraska high school activities has taught me about teamwork.
I've learned how to lead among my peers.
At my high school, I have set goals and I work hard to accomplish them.
I like to run on my cross country team. It makes me feel good about myself.
The Nebraska School Activities Association providing opportunities in 25 activities in our 303 high schools. NSAA activities, the other half of education.
So I'll look at your statistics from first half action. Anything there stand out to you, Scott?
Yeah, I think the lack of shots by both teams. When you've got Columbus Scotus that comes into the state finals with more than 70 goals on the year, and Elkhorn South with more than 90 goals on the year, you expect to see more offense. But I think perhaps the offense and the threat of is canceling each other out.
40 minutes to go before we crown a champ here in Class B. When we come back, we'll have the finals for you from here in Omaha.
I had 29 students in my class.
We've been together since kindergarten.
High school, 4 years of growing up.
Growing together. Senior year.
I am done with school.
I'm invincible.
They don't understand me.
Forget about it. Let's have fun.
I had 29 students in my class.
No matter how you look at it, animal agriculture helps Nebraska's economy. The livestock industry provides increased tax revenues for schools and community services. Livestock enterprises also create jobs while contributing to existing businesses such as local banks and grocery stores. A thriving livestock industry helps maintain our current way of life, but also provides opportunities for the next generation of farm families. The Nebraska Soybean Checkoff helps to raise awareness of the importance of animal agriculture to Nebraska.
Over the years, the Nebraska Chiropractic Physicians Association has supported many Nebraska athletes by helping them excel physically. But the mental game is just as important. That's why we're pleased to sponsor the NSAA Academic All-State Award Program, recognizing students and athletes who shine in the classroom and as leaders. We're proud to team up with these exceptional individuals. Together, we can continue to make Nebraska a great place to live, learn, and play.
Second half play just underway here at Morrison Stadium. Class B state championship. Let's go down in the field to Kelly.
Thanks, guys. Coach, it's been hesitant in the first half. We're scoreless. Did you make any adjustments to get a little bit more offensive performance going on?
No, I think we've done all right in attack. Some of it is just the types of balls we're playing to our forwards. So I feel like we can, if we can get them in a little bit more, if we decide to either play it over the top or to their feet a little bit better. So we just got to make those decisions a little bit better.
Okay, thanks, Coach. Guys, back to you.
Adam Huey, head coach of the Elkhorn South Storm, joining us as play begins here to start this second half.
Yeah, I don't disagree with what he said. I think if those balls do land a little bit better, then they are going to have more chances, and yeah, we should be able to see some action here.
Well, it's good that you don't disagree with him. I mean, he's playing for a state championship, and you're sitting here beside me.
By choice. By choice, Larry. No, I think he knows what he's doing. Pretty sure. Maybe I'll get some notes from him.
Here's Harrington with it. Shoved off the ball and sent ahead to Elkhorn. Elkhorn now with an opportunity. But right in his hip pocket the entire time.
Really strong.
Bailey Pelster.
Yeah, really strong defending from Pelster. Yeah, I keep harping on the lack of offense, but the defense has been so just controlled. There's been no panicking. There's been no jittery moments. Just a really confident defense on both sides of the ball here.
Sindelar sends that out. Trying to send it into a core was Yo-Yo Ganam. Schmidt sends it in. Opportunity here. Dangerous young man in Sandez. Good clear there by Kumpf. Foul called there. Here's one more look. And check that. That was Albers on it, not Sandez. Albers in there, and Kumpf fires it out of there.
Yeah, you would want to see the forward there. He beat him once, and then he cut back against him, so he had to beat him again. You would like to see him beat him once to the outside, and then just take that to goal. But he was trying to set it up for his right, so that was the result. I know I made a couple comments about how good the officiating here is. That last call was good. The foul took place 10 yards back, and he waited to see how the play resulted before he called it.
Storm trying to get out there on a run, but Brandenburg once again defensively for Scotus. Cleared out, and the throw in now for the Shamrocks. Throw in coming from Ostick. Good job by Sindelar, right at the fingertips. Got hands on that.
Yeah, he got up there for that. That ball was sent in, but no one was really in the box though. But that ball hung up in the wind a little bit there, made it difficult for the keeper.
Chance here. Hunter Albers. So a corner upcoming here for the Storm. Good opportunity as you take a look at Hunter Albers, and there's Jonathan Strevey who will try the corner for the Storm.
Yeah, they've been playing short. They played short again. A little bit better angle for that cross. Oh, he's gonna want to do better with that, and he knows it. But you know, as a player, you just got to brush those off. It doesn't matter what happened there. It matters what you do next.
Albers trying to control.
We haven't mentioned yet that Columbus in the semis, they took care of their in-town rival Columbus High. And that game, it looked to be out of reach. Oh,
opportunity here. Acor's got it. Acor fires on and tipped away. Great defensive job and a little fist pump there from Jackson Kumpf. Great job by Jackson Kumpf.
Yeah, so they won the ball at midfield. The first pass was down with just a good ball placed in, good move, touch around the keeper, nice composed ball in. But again, excellent defending. If he gets rid of that maybe right away. I mean, I'm asking a lot of him to do that, but that ball was going far post. It was going in.
Corner is played out. Little handball there, good call. Handling called on the Storm. Check that on the Shamrocks. Let's go down to the field to Kelly.
Thanks, guys. I talked to Coach Brzezinski about his back line before the game, and he said the entire back line, all four guys, including the keeper, have played together since second grade, and they've also played together for 3 years in high school. So they've just got a chemistry that really cannot be unmatched. And as far as the confidence they have in their keeper, Evan Chauhan, they just said he's just going to make plays.
In goal, kicked away, fired, misfired from point-blank range. Acor had an opportunity on a loose ball.
Larry, it's funny how often you will see that happen. A ball skied over from 6 yards out. It's just kind of a mess in front of the net here. Wonderful save, really good, and then just kind of took a swing at it. All right, yeah, gotta keep it, you know. Keeper stayed big, got down on the ball, deflected it away. It's really brave goalkeeping there.
A couple of good opportunities for the Shamrocks.
Oh, word at the corner there. I think might have given the foul for the nudge in the back, but
Pelster doesn't like it. Pelster got called.
Yeah, they just gave him the corner instead of calling the foul. Here's a look at it here. A little shoulder in the back. I think maybe the ref might have missed his first call of the night.
So corner now coming up for the Storm. John Strevey, the senior midfielder with 19 assists, leads the team. Will take the corner, and here coming out is Eric Sandnes, the junior. He's their leading scorer, 22 goals on the year. Scored 2 in the semifinal win over Schuyler.
Yeah, I'm curious if there's something in that sub a little early in the second. If he picked up a little knock, perhaps.
Here's Scotus now with it. Scotus trying to make a run. Boss coming up. Has a wing to his left. Gets it to him. Opportunity here. Good job defensively to get back there for Sandnes, who comes full length of the field after that corner kick to save the shot off the foot of Cole Harrington.
Yeah, gave him the goal kick. Ball rolled over the line apparently before he sent that in. Ideally, you would have wanted to see him pull that ball back, but with all that momentum and after sprinting 90 yards, that again is a lot to ask. Good using his body there. That's, yep.
Couple of hard pushes there from Hunter Albers, and Alberts.
Yeah, just giving him a warning. Yeah, he is one of my favorite officials. He will speak to the player. He will tell them what he's seen. Some refs don't like to communicate with the players, and he's one that does. And I think that's helpful.
Little flick there back to the goalie, but Sindelar got there before Alec Foltz could. Foltz was giving chase. Didn't drop it, and now an opportunity here for Baran Sharma. Baran Sharma now into the game for the Storm.
Yeah, this game in the second half at least is kind of stuck in that middle third. You've got two really good midfields squaring off against each other, each unable to break the other down.
Good takeaway there by Dodson. Dodson still battling there with a core.
Yeah,
and finally kicked away by Harrington.
There's possible foul there, and then he called the second one. I think we are starting to see that as the second half starts a little bit more physical. I think the ref is maybe trying to make sure he doesn't lose control. This game could get a little chippy as you know, time runs down and the emotions start to flare up. I was saying before, Scotus beat Columbus in the semifinals, and that was a really, that game had to take a lot out of Columbus Scotus. They were up 2-0, and Columbus came back and gave a fight at the end. I think that here's why we're seeing maybe a step slower than I would have thought. Feeling for a hand there.
No hand called. Yeah, in that game, it was Scotus taking the lead 2-0 in the first 5 minutes of the game, and then did not score again. And Columbus really made it a tough game late with that late score to make it 2-1 the final.
Yeah, they always say 2-0 is the most dangerous scoreline
That's right.
in soccer. And they say that because, you know, if you get the 3, it's over. Or if you slack off, I'm not saying that Columbus could have slacked off, but they did stop scoring. Columbus got a goal back, and they were right back in it.
Then you have that added extra rivalry piece to it. A couple of intra-city schools with Columbus and Columbus Scotus battling, two teams ranked in the top 3 in the state. One ranked number 2 in Scotus, one ranked number 3 in Columbus.
Yeah, they definitely play each other tough.
There's a look at briefly there for Varun Sharma.
To Kelly's point during the interview, and to your point earlier, Larry, about how long some of these kids have played together, that really helps when your school enrollment is less than 200.
Right.
That's really impressive that they've been able to. That they're going for their 3rd state championship in a row with, essentially, 99 boys to choose from.
The size difference between these two schools is significant. Elkhorn South, one of the larger typical Class B schools. Columbus Scotus, typically a C1. In soccer, obviously, just 2 classes with A and B. So you are seeing a difference here in size of an enrollment between these two.
Yeah, it definitely speaks a lot to their youth program that they have out in Columbus, that they're able to develop 2 schools that are in the top, top 10 with, being a relatively small market.
Boss staying right on that. Goes out, and we've got a corner kick upcoming.
Let's see if we see another. Yeah, Columbus Scotus is not going to do a short corner here.
Job by Ryan Snyder in there with Boss.
Yeah, it was good shielding, but at the end, Boss is just a little bit more powerful. Force him down and into the ball.
Corner here by Harrington.
That's a dangerous ball in.
Oh, big opportunity there as you see Caleb Ostick pump the fist afterward. Had an opportunity to send it in there.
That's really difficult. When the ball coming in, the keeper jumps up, he obstructs your view. You're just trying to get the ball down and in, and he was just a little off target there.
Kyle Dorr was also there for the Storm, doing a nice job not leaving his man, bodying up.
That was probably the best chance of the evening so far. Well,
better than a course.
Yeah, best chance for Columbus Scotus. Oh, that poor guy. He's gonna have nightmares about that one, and his friends are not gonna let him forget it either.
No score here. Second half action, Class B state championship. Let's go down in the field to Kelly Connolly.
Thanks, guys. I talked to Coach Huey before the game, and I asked him if his team felt the pressure with going into the tournament being undefeated, and he was really easy about it. I said, no, we don't even talk about it. The guys, they don't really have much nerves. They're just excited to play, and they treat every game like they're 1-0. So they're confident, but they're not too confident. And he also said their team mantra for the tournament and the season has been play crazy those first 10. So that means the last 10 minutes and a half, the first 10 minutes and a half. So as time dwindles, be watching for them to capitalize in those moments because they've trained all year long to play their best soccer.
Adam Huey doesn't seem like someone who's going to get too wrapped up in the moment of the game or the intensity or pressure of the game. Seemed very calm even when Kelly chatted with him to start the second half.
Yeah,
certainly his team's been here before, right?
Yeah, and his comments about, oh, good chance here. Good
opportunity. Here comes Sandez with it.
Just a little bit too much.
Catch up. And Sandez, the dangerous scorer for the Storm. He has career school records for most career goals. As you take a look at Adam Huey.
Like I was saying, it's the point that they didn't really talk about it. That's kind of a Leicester City mentality this year. They didn't want to give weight to what they were doing. So it's just, hey, we just need to play the next game. We need to play the next game, and we all know what happened with Leicester City this year. And if you don't, they won the Premier League by 10 points.
We all knew what happened.
Okay, sure. I know you're more of a volleyball guy.
So throw it now coming from Kate Pilkington, who's now into the game for the Storm. Off the head of Varun Sharma, and now the Shamrocks with it. Taken back away. Here's Sharma. Kick for Sharma.
That's a free kick from a dangerous spot there. That angle can be troublesome. So he went around the first man. It's yeah, it was the nudge from the back. It was the little nudge in the back that caused him to lose his balance. Is the kick that got awarded.
Pelster's done a nice job though for the Shamrocks tonight defensively. He's been kind of a pest, and you've seen a couple of forwards come up clapping their hands after fouls called on Pelster.
Yeah, and he is, and he didn't seem to play a lot of minutes against in the semifinal against Columbus.
Fresh legs in there. Is that sent in? Opportunity and headed away.
Yeah, to your point though, Larry, he's having a game. He's a very strong, confident center back.
So we've got a break in the action here. We'll take a break as well. Less than 20 minutes to go before we crown a state champ here in Omaha.
It's a Monday night event at our house. Nothing else goes on. We watch Antique Roadshow every Monday night. Without the NET network, I think culturally, we would lose a lot. And it's important. Having grown up in South Central Nebraska, it was important for us to have that. Programs that are locally produced are so excellent. We're just amazed.
All right, college visit number 2. Here we go. What?
Learn more from Education Quest at govisitcollege.org.
Coverage of the 2016 NSAA Boys High School Soccer Championships on NET is made possible in part by the Nebraska Soybean Board, Education Quest, Nebraska Tourism Commission, Nebraska Public Power District, and U.S. Bank. A big thank you to all of our sponsors who help us bring you the best high school athletes from across the state. We could not do it without your support. Well, the Storm have had their opportunities here in the second half. A chance there, but great job defensively. This one rattled around. This is the one you said a Co's going to want back. Maybe caught the head there. Adrian Gonzalez defensively for the Shamrocks.
Yeah, Larry, it looked like it might have. I'm not sure if the trajectory of that ball was going to end up in the back of the net, right. But interesting, yeah.
Two quick touches there, send it back to Sindelar.
I'm surprised we haven't seen much out of the wingbacks for Elkhorn South. They were so threatening in the semifinal game. I wonder if he's just got a lot of respect for the Columbus Scotus offense. As he should.
Opportunity here. Here comes Alec Foltz. Foltz with a man on him. And Foltz driven off the ball.
No protest there.
And the Storm control it.
Both of these teams, when they lose the ball, they do a good job of fighting, scrapping to get that ball back. They are not content to lose possession.
Good take by Boss, dribbling it up. You can see him use that strong body of his to shield the defender as he got it up the field and then fired away. Boss again here.
Yeah, he's had a lot of success in carrying the ball up that midfield. He's just such a imposing player, and he's got good control. It's just, he's a lot to deal with. It's incredible that a lineman's going to have such good feet. I think he's not going to be a walk-on for long. It's a good step. After you're Elkhorn South, I think you want to just start stringing together some easy passes, get a little bit of momentum going.
Chalmers sends that up. Albers with it. Albers with two defenders on him. And Pelster and Albers kind of bumping away at each other. And Albers gets the little shake of the finger there.
Yeah, this opportunity here was similar to the one earlier where he beat his man and then he cut back against him.
That was the foul called right there. Lean in on the shoulder.
Yeah, the ref has his eye on him. He's already given him a talking to, so I think his leash is going to be a lot shorter for him.
Yo-Yo Ganam right there being worked on. Looks like maybe a cramp. Yep, it is working that cramp out of the calf of Yo-Yo Ganam.
Yeah, playing so many games in so few days after a very long season, it's your body does start to break down. They are high schoolers and they bounce back quick, but it's demanding. It's a very demanding sport.
Albers, Sharma gives chase on the outside. Pelster's quick.
Again, yeah, Pelster's quick and confident. Yeah, again, just cut in front, was strong on the ball, just shielded it out. Forward lacks a little bit of speed. Outside mid, actually. It's a good switch of play.
So Zach Woosley now into the game. Check it's Woosley here with the throw in as you see Ako coming back onto the pitch. Coming in for Hunter Albers. Also back in is Cole Harrington for the Shamrocks.
And we got some more stretching there in the back line, Elkhorn South.
Foul called on Jake Boss.
You could see a shot on goal from here. I think a little bit of interference, a little bit of mess in front of the goal. We could see something get in.
Sprinting across to try to get ahead on it was Christian Keller. Keller kind of gave a head blow to Boss, it looked like, who looked like he was a bit woozy there for a second.
Yeah, Boss is he's putting in a shift. He's on both ends of the field, isn't he?
Jack Crumley now in there also for the Storm. There's some fresh legs in there for Elkhorn South. This is where you can see that advantage of enrollment being a benefit to the Storm.
Yeah,
fresh legs giving your starters a chance to rest here before that last push.
Yeah, they've definitely got I mean, at least access to more depth in theory. Definitely Elkhorn, the Elkhorn area is a rising soccer power, as you saw the girls do well in state, and now the boys. It's Elkhorn is definitely a growing soccer community for sure.
We talked about this earlier too, but most of these teams by now are playing on some sort of field turf. Are most also playing on this large of a pitch that we're seeing here at Morrison? And we have a yellow card.
The Boss.
Yellow card on Boss. So Jake Boss, the senior midfielder.
Yeah, Larry, this is, you know, one of the, at least in the Class A fields that I'm used to coaching on, this is the only true soccer field. All the other fields are football fields.
Yellow card at 67-15. Here's another look at it.
Oh, yeah, he went in with his studs. He had a bit too strong of a touch. He went in with his studs. He's going to get a yellow every time with that. Studs weren't necessarily up, but it was a little bit of a reckless challenge. So.
So Jake Boss with the yellow.
Like I said, he's put in a shift. I think he could probably use a little bit of a breather. I think we're going to see him come back in just a few minutes, though.
.12:45 to go here in this Class B state championship. No score between Elkhorn South and Scotus. Opportunity here for the Shamrocks.
Again, for both teams, it's just that final touch, that final cross in hasn't been the quality that the build-up play has been. Good flick there.
McCoe tried to flick it over the head to himself, and now here's the other way. Foltz with it and fired out of there by Cade Pilkington. Pilkington, a sophomore defender, 2 goals on the year. Throw in coming up from Marcus Dodson. Dodson drops it. Ostick dribbles in. Shot by Spincherry.
I feel like Scotus is getting a little impatient to send that ball in. I think they could definitely. I think they could benefit from working around a little bit more to try to soften up that defense. They are sending the ball in without many options in the box.
So Albers back in there now, and Albers once again battling Pelster. Albers now will get the throw in.
There. Thinking back to the Marion Millard North game last night, the goal from Marion came off a fantastic throw.
Oh yeah.
Attempted flick on off that throw, and had he connected on that could have been dangerous.
Strevey with that shot, just wide.
Just wide.
So we have now played 70 minutes, no score in this Class B state championship. 10 to go. Now, who's going to make the play?
Boss did get subbed back in. He is going to have to be a little careful as the time runs down, and we could be looking at overtime. He doesn't want to pick up that second yellow.
Here's Kump with it. Kump trying to stay on it.
Nice aggressive play.
Good ball handled there by Nathan Ostick. Ostick still with it. Taken out of there by Kyle Dorr. Foltz with it. Foltz is dangerous. Sends it in. And a corner kick upcoming.
That was a good opportunity. I think he sent that ball wide, and I think the run was going to goal, not away from goal. But again, good opportunity, good movement. I think he was going to head toward goal.
So the corner from Harrington. Fired in, still loose.
That's
2 opportunities at it for the Shamrocks.
Yeah, the keeper found himself in no man's land so the keeper comes out to get the ball. He second guesses himself. He tries to go back in. That's not a good place for a keeper to be. He lucked out there that went wide.
Kumpf got a knee on it. Ostick tried, but could not quite get there. Good little flick from Ostick. Here it is. Ostick with a chance. Flips it in. Goal for Shamrocks. No, wait, that's coming back. It's coming back. Offsides on Scotus. Ostick with the opportunity.
Oh, yeah, that's a correct call. It's a correct ball. Correct call, excuse me. It's where the man is when the pass is made, and he was a good foot or 2 off. Fortunate in that situation, he didn't need to be. It was such a good ball played in.
Big opportunity here with 7:25 to go, and now a red card for Jack Crumley a yellow card for Jack Crumley of the Storm.
Just a little tug of the shoulder there.
Spun him around.
Yeah, I guess. I'm not sure that's. I wonder if that was more of an accumulation call, you know, for number of fouls committed versus the severity of that call, or excuse me, of that foul.
So Shohan will send that in. Here's a chance. When they get numbers, they'll set it up.
Yeah, again on the counter, Elkhorn South was a little slow to commit. He's got to be careful with sending that ball away, and on some days, that's a yellow. He's being cautioned there. You could get a yellow for delay of game.
You get a sense right now, though, that maybe the Shamrocks are a bit more the aggressor.
Yeah, they're definitely on the front foot. They're the ones fighting. I wonder if the size and athleticism of Columbus Scotus is just starting to wear Elkhorn South down.
Looks like a hyperextension of that knee for Cole Harrington.
Yeah,
got to give it a second to see.
Yeah,
stay in there.
If I were his teammate, I might be calling him off this kick. With a little bit of a knock. I don't know if, but there's a good ball in. So what do I know? Jogging at the corner flag. He looks all right. Looks like he's shaking that off.
So Shamrocks with their 13th corner here in the championship.
That last corner had the keeper a bit nervy, so let's see what this one holds.
Harrington again. Sends it in. Still loose in there. Albers gave it a shot. Good hustle by Ako to get to that. Just could not quite keep it in. Bayako, the junior forward, with 14 goals on the season. As we mentioned earlier in the match, every time he's touched the ball, somebody from Scotus has been right with him. Throw in now for the Storm. Four and a half to go here in the Class B championship. No score between these two teams. Chance here. Albers gives chase. Good hustle there by, check that, Alec Foltz hustling in.
Yeah, it just feels like a matter of time before Scotus gets one in the back of the net. They're on the front foot. They're the attacking team. Elkhorn South is having trouble putting their possession game together. It's a bit of a frustration clearance. That's not really their game. Yeah, long ball. That is Columbus Scotus's game, however.
Throw in here for the Shamrocks. Columbus Scotus, the two-time defending champs here in Class B, looking to make it 3 in a row. Send that across, headed out of there by Cade Pilkington.
Again, that was the ball that you won in. He just didn't have a whole lot of options. Take it to the end line, send it into the 6 in front of the goal.
Brandenburg sends it back in. Here is Harrington with it. Harrington tries the cross. No corner. Here's a core with an opportunity to go. And Pelser there once again to send it away. But Ako had that loose ball momentarily in good shape. Albers kind of runs over Dodson. Here's Ako.
Yeah, Ko taking advantage of the miss. Just that first, that second touch just got a little bit away from him. He was going to cut that. He was going to cut that inside and go to goal. He's been a little unlucky tonight, hasn't he?
On a couple of chances. Here we go. Ball loose. Head ahead. Here comes Ostick. Nathan Ostick. Thought it was a handball, not called.
Yeah, more often than not, you're going to see the ref not give that call unless the hand's in an unnatural position.
1 minute to go. And a frantic pace here toward the end. Harrington sends it across. Albers was there with the opportunity, couldn't get it in. Loose again. Here's Ostick. Ostick got it in! The goal! 25 seconds to go, and he puts it in! .79-32, and the goal from Ostick.
Not that it matters, but we did see a yellow card for taking off the shirt in celebration. I think he's going to be fine with that card.
Ostick sent it in. Brother Ostick went after it, off of the post, off of the hand, and in. Watch it again. How did it squeeze through there?
That angle, I will yell at my kids for taking shots at that angle, and I just got proved wrong again. So beautiful, beautiful shot, a very difficult angle.
At the 79-32 mark, Ostick sends it in. Harrington got a hand on it, and Brother Ostick finishes it up.
Yeah, they definitely earned that goal. They were, the last 20 minutes, it was all Columbus Scotus.
Ten seconds to go, and that is going to do it. For the first time in Nebraska boys high school soccer history, a team has won 3 straight state titles. The Columbus Scotus Shamrocks, winners in Class B.
It's a pretty incredible accomplishment. Elkhorn South, they feel bad, but they've got nothing to hang their heads about. They had a fantastic year.
Big hug from Ostick. What a fantastic game, and closed out with 28 seconds to go. Ostick puts home the game winner right there. Championship goal, trophies and medals when we come back here in Omaha.
Participating in Nebraska high school activities has taught me about teamwork.
I've learned how to lead among my peers.
At my high school, I have set goals and I work hard to accomplish them.
I like to run on my cross country team. It makes me feel good about myself.
The Nebraska School Activities Association providing opportunities in 25 activities in our 303 high schools. NSAA activities, the other half of education.
Over the years, the Nebraska Chiropractic Physicians Association has supported many Nebraska athletes by helping them excel physically. But the mental game is just as important. That's why we're pleased to sponsor the NSAA Academic All-State Award Program, recognizing students and athletes who shine in the classroom and as leaders. We're proud to team up with these exceptional individuals. Together we can continue to make Nebraska a great place to live, learn, and play.
Head trauma and concussion risk minimization is a priority of the NSAA. When in doubt, sit them out.
Some common symptoms of concussions are dizziness, confusion, and nausea.
The NSAA requires coaches in all sports to take a concussion course annually.
For more information regarding concussion management and return to play protocol, visit our website, nsaahome.org. When in doubt, sit them out.
Take back your garage. Stuck with an extra vehicle that's taking up needed space? Donate it and get your garage back again. Support quality public media and get a tax deduction.
Well, what an exciting finish, and there is your final. Columbus Scotus over Elkhorn South. The score coming at 79-32 of the game with 28 seconds left. And Scotus is the state champs. Now for medal trophy presentations and first a sportsmanship award. Let's go to our public address announcer, Chad Price.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we direct your attention to midfield for the presentation of the Sportsmanship Award for Class B. Thank you to all schools, students, fans, players, and coaches for their ongoing efforts in the area of sportsmanship at the state soccer championships and throughout the entire soccer season. The trophy being presented is provided by Awards Unlimited. The Nebraska National Guard is the proud partner of the Soccer Championship Sportsmanship Awards. Making the presentation on behalf of the Nebraska National Guard are Lieutenant Colonel Will Prussia, Master Sergeant Cecil Roman, and Sergeant First Class Lindsay Preexat. The Nebraska State Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association, the Nebraska Coaches Association, and the Nebraska School Activities Association are pleased to announce this year's Class B Boys Soccer Sportsmanship Award winner, Omaha Gross Catholic High School. Congratulations. The Nebraska School Activities Association is honored to have medals and trophies for both of these outstanding teams. Presentations will be made by the NSAA Board of Directors, Nolan Byer from Millard Public Schools, and NSAA Executive Director, Dr. Tim Tennifer, and U.S. Bank Representative, Brandon Turwey. Here are the awards for the 2016 Class B runner-up, Elkhorn South High School. Will head coach Adam Huey and your assistants please step forward toward the middle of the court and present the silver medals to each team member. Players, as your name is called, please come forward to receive your medal. Number 1, Camden Stewart. Number 2, Ryan Schmidt. Number 3, Cade Pilkington. Number 4, Christian Keller. Number 5, Cade Miller. Number 6, Kyle Dewar. Number 7, Jack Crumley. Number 8, Marcus Case. Number 9, Eric Sandus. Number 10, Brett Graver. Number 11, Ryan Snyder. Number 12, Hunter Albers. Number 13, Varun Sharma. Number 15, Yo-Yo Ganam. Number 16, Joey Sweetwood. Number 17, Johnny Strevey. Number 18, Greg Cross. Number 19, Zach Woosley. Number 20, Bay Ako. Number 21, Jack Sindelar. Number 22, Mason Ortmeyer. And number 23, TJ Andreessen. And now, here is the NSAA 2016 Class B runner-up trophy. Congratulations, Elkhorn South High School.
Well, what a terrific year for Elkhorn South. The Storm finish 18-1, state runner-up. This is their first ever trip into the championship game. They've been at state 2 other times, 2014, 2015, losing in the first round of both of those. So a tremendous accomplishment and sense of satisfaction for the Storm of Elkhorn South who finish the runner-up. Now back to our public address announcer, Chad Price.
And now to the 2016 Class B champions. First, head coach John Brzezinski. We have a special award for youth. Coach, would you and your assistants please present the gold medals to the memberships of your championship team? Number 00, Tyler Brandenburg. Number 0, Evan Shohan. Number 2, Marcus Dodson. Number 3, Caleb Austin. Number 1, Mason Brandenburg. Number 4, Nathan Osdek. Number 5, Tanner Spenceri. Number 7, Anthony Cush. Number 8, Matthew Hoink. Number 9, Cole Harrington. Number 10, Jacob Boss. Number 11, Bailey Pelster. Number 12, Brady Miller. Number 14, Alec Foltz. Number 16, River Liebig. Number 18, Chase Newman. Number 19, Duncan Pachaza. Number 20, Adrian Gonzalez Medina. Number 21, Carson Hodavi. Number 22, Will Sonderman. Number 25, Jackson Kumpf. And number 26, Zachary Bierman. Presenting the team championship game ball from Farmers Mutual Insurance, senior adjuster Ryan Jones to head coach John Brzezinski. And now, for these outstanding athletes in their school, here is the 2016 NSAA Class B State Soccer Championship Trophy. Congratulations.
Back-to-back state champs for Columbus Scotus. That's 3 in a row. First Nebraska boys team to win 3 straight. Quite an accomplishment for the Shamrocks of Columbus Scotus. And now, with head coach Adam Huey, let's go down to Kelly.
Thanks, guys. Coach.
You'll be on the north side. Parents not up there, but on the north side.
Not the result that you were looking for, but nonetheless, an undefeated season going into a state final game is quite the achievement. What was your message to the boys?
After or before?
Either or. Before, after.
Yeah, after it's just going to be, I mean, we knew we had to be 1-0 today, and it didn't happen. We knew it was going to be a challenge. They're a great team, so all the credit to them. And we fought. Didn't finish our chances, so we'll rue that. But we'll remember that for future years, and we'll be back next year.
special group of guys that you have. The experience for the younger players on your team is invaluable. How does that go forward to build the future of your program?
Oh yeah, obviously with just winning our first game this year in state, it goes a long ways, but to actually get to the final and be able to compete, they've got that taste in their mouth a little bit, and they'll be back. They'll be back.
All right, thank you, Coach.
Yeah.
We will be back with more state soccer coverage with the championship head coach.
The top athletes from around Nebraska travel to the center of the state for the 58th annual Nebraska Shrine Football Classic. It's North versus South in this gridiron contest for the love of the game and to help Shriners hospitals. Catch the Nebraska Shrine Football Classic Saturday, June 4th at 2 Central on NET, netnebraska.org/sports, and on the NET Nebraska app.
Hi, I'm Rachel Schwartz-Colwell. NET brings Nebraska together through coverage of high school and college athletics. Contributions from nearly 1,000 sports partners club members make possible more than 200 hours of sports throughout the year. Members receive invitations to special events like tailgates and live productions. You can join the Sports Partners Club at netnebraska.org. Sports partners like you put the action in NET sports. Thank you.
Join us for an American tradition, the National Memorial Day Concert.
Join me, Joe Mantegna.
And me, Gary Sinise.
With Renee Fleming, Trace Atkins, S. Epatha Murkerson, Alfie Bowe, the Beach Boys, and General Colin Powell. The National Memorial Day Concert.
Coming soon to NET.
Coverage of the 2016 NSAA Boys High School Soccer Championships on NET is made possible in part by the Nebraska Soybean Board, Education Quest, Nebraska Tourism Commission, Nebraska Public Power District, and U.S. Bank. A big thank you to all of our sponsors who help us bring you the best high school athletes from across the state. We could not do it without your support.
Welcome back to Morrison Stadium. Scotus defeats Elkhorn South in dramatic fashion, 1-0. I am here with head coach John Brzezinski. Congratulations, a three-time champion. It's kind of got to be an unbelievable feeling, and you guys did it in dramatic fashion. 28 seconds left, and you guys get the goal. What does this feel like for you and your team right now?
It's surreal, really. I mean, you know, the expectation was that we'd be here and playing in this game. But then, you know, as the game started, it's kind of, man, it's just going to be a tight battle. But I'm so proud of Nathan and all the guys just not stopping. You know, that was kind of our message at halftime. Just don't quit. Get after every ball we can. Get to a scrum. Whatever you got to do, just put it away. And Nathan finishes it for us. So
it seems like your team was just so resilient, and it came down to that last 30 seconds. The guys, they just played collectively, and they're together. And so a lot of these boys have played together over the years. How did that play a role in your guys' success?
Well, they just know where they're going to be. You know, there's a lot of familiarity there. You know, these guys have played and started. All of them pretty much started for 3 years, so they kind of knew. You know, Caleb just sends a ball into the back post. That's what he's trained to do. You know, Cole flicks it on, and Nate gets to it. So it's, you know, we'll take it. It wasn't maybe like we drew it up, but it's a pattern that we practice, and the guys just knew where to be.
So you've built up this Scotus soccer program to really be an outstanding force to reckon with. So going forward, what's kind of the future and the outlook for these younger guys who get to play in a big title game like this?
Well, it's big, you know, and our younger guys that maybe didn't get in tonight, you know, they practice against these guys every day, you know, so it's, you know, they may not have got their opportunity tonight, but going forward, yeah, they're going to be much better practicing against these guys every single day. We got a lot of youth coming up. Yeah, we obviously graduate a lot of really good players, so, you know, I think the expectation is there for these younger guys to step up and keep it going.
Okay, and how do you celebrate for winning state 3 times in a row?
Well, I took work off tomorrow. We're just gonna go have some pizza when we get back to town. Maybe definitely go home and see my girls and just kind of hang out.
Okay, perfect. Congratulations, Coach. We are coming back with the state championship player of the game to speak with.
At a time of war in the heart of Nebraska, soldiers and citizens came together.
The whole area here was mobilized to support the base.
And now, it's up to a new generation to preserve its story.
A lot of history is looking at the tiny details.
Kearney Goes to War, remembering the home front.
Coming soon to NET.
Unlock your newest member benefit. Over 1,000 episodes of your favorite PBS shows. American Masters, Antiques Roadshow, Nature, Nova, Masterpiece. Watch the best of PBS anytime, anywhere. Become a member, sign in, and start streaming today.
Think Wednesday on PBS. For stories from the world around us. Stories of recovery.
We do everything we can to give them a shot.
Vision.
Can I travel in time?
And exploration.
To think of the Milky Way being that big with that many stars, how is that even possible?
For stories that get you closer to life. Think Wednesday, starting at 8/7 Central. Think PBS.
Welcome back to Morrison Stadium. I am with Nathan Ostek, who had that game winner. 28 seconds left. You guys didn't give up. You find a way to get it in the back of the net. What was going through your mind? And just take me through that moment.
I saw Caleb win the ball, and then he played it up to Cole. And I was anticipating Cole to get kind of a lucky deflection towards the goal. And that's what happened, and then I jumped on it, took advantage, and pounded it home.
Describe what it means for you and your teammates to win this championship 3 in a row and just to be a part of this experience in making history.
Oh, it's huge credit to our seniors, our coaching staff, and everything, everybody who helps out. It just shows the tradition that we have here at Scotus and how much we work and how hard work pays off for our Scotus community.
Well, and how are you guys going to celebrate? A lot of people from the community came down to watch you. They drove here. What are the big plans to celebrate a championship?
I don't know. I kind of have finals tomorrow. But once we get done with those, then we'll plan it out. We'll have a good time, that's for sure.
All right, that's awesome. Well, thank you so much. You played great. We will be back with more soccer coverage and highlights right after this.
We are packing our bags at NET and heading to North Platte, Scottsbluff, Gering, Alliance, Chadron, and Valentine this June. Join NET for Friday live radio broadcasts in North Platte and Chadron, Backyard Farmer taping in Gering, screenings of our popular Nebraska Stories series in Scottsbluff, Chadron, and Valentine, and PBS Kids events scheduled in all 6 communities. For a list of events, dates, and time, visit netnebraska.org/ontheroad.
Hi, I'm Larry Putney. Sports fans tell us that NET brings Nebraska together through coverage of high school and college athletics. Contributions from nearly 1,000 Sports Partners Club members make possible more than 200 hours of sports throughout the year. Members receive invitations to special events like tailgates, sports speakers, and live productions. And you can join the Sports Partners Club by visiting netnebraska.org. Sports partners like you put the action in NET Sports.
Next time on Backyard Farmer, we'll help you figure out some tricky landscape math problems, and we'll also feature a Nebraska business that grows commercial mushrooms. All that and your gardening questions answered. That's Backyard Farmer, Thursdays at 7 Central, 6 Mountain, only on NET.
Welcome back here to Morrison Stadium in Omaha. The final once again 1-0. Columbus Scotus on that goal with just seconds left, winning it and winning the state champion. Hey, I want to remind you, good time for you to pick up a DVD of this state high school championships. You can get it of last night's girls game or tonight's boys state championship, Class B or Class A. Just give us a call. 800-868-1868, $19.95 plus shipping and handling. And you can pick up a copy of this year's state high school championships. Let's take a look at the defensive effort. We talked a lot about the last goal, but boys, some great defense by those Shamrocks to keep the Storm off the board.
Yeah, again, he's
just got a little bit under the ball instead of getting it on frame. There might have been a deflection there. That's what he's arguing for, but that's not what the call was. And here's the nail in the coffin here, that impossible angle that got through back in the net. Right place, right time.
Wow, just off the post, off the hand and through. And from that angle, as you said, you don't anticipate that shot. And actually, it looks like a hand thigh and then in. Game winner, 28 seconds to go in the game. Shirt comes off, pile up, state championship. Shamrocks win it again. Well, I don't know if we'll have this good of a game coming up next, but we've got a good one, no doubt. The Class A state championship, the Packers of Omaha South taking on the Junior Jays of Creighton Prep. Two teams that have been here many times before and look forward to squaring off with each other for a state championship. Should we a good one, we'll be back here at 7:30 tonight with that state championship in Class A. So for Scott Allison, for Kelly Connolly and the entire NET Sports production crew, I'm Larry Putney. We'll see you back here at 7:30 at Morrison Stadium in Omaha.